Good morning everybody, welcome back to Friday Sews. It feels like ages since I did a regular Friday Sews with you guys. I've got to say, I have missed you a bit since Vlogmas. It's like going cold turkey, isn't it, from Christmas Eve? So I'm really looking forward today to all of the Friday Sews popping up and yeah, catching up with our lovely sewing community. That's how I feel about it. So, well, obviously we've had Christmas since I last chatted to you guys. I did ask on my Facebook group, my Sew Like Dotty public one. There's a link to that in the description box if anybody wants to join in. And I know I'm a bit rubbish at posting on there, but it's a group anybody can post on. Obviously sewing related. If anybody had got Christmas sewing gifts, so if you did, drop it in the comments or join the group and pop it in there, that would be lush. I got one. I need to cover up one word on it, but I do rather like it. It's a coaster and this is it, and you can fill in the gap. But it quite amused me off Carl. I have no idea where we got it from, but I really like it. So it's here just on my desk. I mean, I don't say that to people if they come in, but it's probably what goes through my head. Am I the only one? No, I don't think I am. So there hasn't been a lot of sewing, I'll be completely honest. I have got one thing to share with you, which I did keep saying that I was going to share with you in Vlogmas, and it kept falling off the end. So I'm going to share that with you today, and a little update on my jumper with the dodgy neck. I'll tell you where I'm up to with that. But in all honesty, it's been a quiet week. There's not been any sewing going on because we had obviously Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and then it was lovely, all family time. Went down to see my brother and his family on Boxing Day, and apart from that, just been with our family. And what else have I done? I went back to work. Yep, so I work in HR, I've been at work Wednesday, Thursday, and I'm at work today as well, Friday, but I really like what I do, so that's not a problem. And then I'm working over the weekend at my Slimmer World job, and then we're heading off for afternoon tea on Sunday. But I will be dropping a video out on Sunday, which is going to be my January sewing plans. So before I get into what I have done with the two makes that I've got to share with you, I'm going to talk to you about my Make 9. So my Make 9 for last year was to do things like sew for others, shop from my stash. I can't even remember because, do you know what? I've hardly even looked at it. So I was laying in bed thinking, what am I going to do for my Make 9 this year? And I've decided I'm just not doing one because, in all honesty, like for some people it's probably really motivating for them, but it's just something I'm doing because people are doing it, and it's not really doing anything for me. Therefore, it's not really doing anything for my content, my sewing, or for you. So I'm not doing a Make 9 this year. I still want to predominantly sew from my stash, but ultimately I know that I'm going to be buying some fabric at some point in the year. I have got in this group here quite a lot of this shelf is like activewear swimwear fabric. These are kind of more of my winter ones. I've still got that dress to make my Laura Ashley dress that I lived in when I was 21. But I have got a couple of things that I'm waiting till I'm kind of more at my target weight because I want to make that when I know it's going to fit me for a long time. Then I've got this shelf here, which is spring summer weight, sort of more cottons and stuff, and then this one's just a bit of a mishmash up there. And up the very top there's a Bitzer. Anybody else got a Bitzer? It's a Bitzer shelf. So there are some things that I'm altering because they're too big for me, that I've maybe got another metre of fabric to rejig them into something else. So they're up there, and bits and bobs. And what I will be doing this weekend, and I promise, is to our lovely winners of my Sew Like Dotty tote bags that I completely just missed the boat on before Christmas. I'm going to prep those boxes and get those sent out as well. So yeah, I've got enough fabric, but will I buy more? Yeah, I'm pretty certain that I will. So yeah, one of the things I do want to make is some new patterns this year, and I've already got some that I've downloaded and printed out, so there'll be more on that on my plans on Sunday as well. Okay, so I'm wearing the Peppermint Magazine jersey dress. I made this in November. It's a free pattern. The fabric was a gift to me, I guess, and so that didn't cost me anything. Thank you, Suzanne, for sending that for the sewing school, and then I nabbed it. And well, I'll update you first with this. So when we were last together, I had made this mash up, hack, whatever you want to call it, of the Soraya dress, which has this drawstring, and the Roya dress, which doesn't have a drawstring, and the neck just went like that. So I have taken off the neckband and I'm going to recut the neck. I think what I'm going to do is I've started to sort of flatten it off here, so I don't want it drawn in at all at that point. And I think I'm going to try, there's a couple of different patterns that I've already got for jersey neckbands. So I think I'm going to totally recut the neck, and I'm kind of thinking I might have a look at potentially, I think the billy jumper will be too high, but I think possibly the Dressmaker's Closet Nell dress in the original one, which isn't low, but it's lower. So I'm going to play around with it and then put a neckband back on. So I'm hoping to maybe get on with this possibly over the weekend, but definitely for next week. Fingers crossed I can show you it. Otherwise, I'll be back to plan A, B, C, 73 of what I'm doing with that. But I really want to get it done. So, a long time ago, it's like a story, isn't it? In a small town to the north of Newcastle, somebody downloaded the Fibre Mood Flavia jacket, which is this one just here. So this is a jacket cross cardigan. So this is in issue 26. So you can make it in woven fabric or knit fabric, and obviously if it's woven fabric it's a bit more structured like a jacket. If it's in knit it's a cardigan, but it's got these pleats around the bottom of it here, and at the back you can see on the line drawings. Now when I originally made it with the standard sleeves, they didn't fit, so which is no good because I want to wear it over jumper dresses and things. So I used the Tilly and the Buttons Billy. It's a while, that's why I'm digging deep. I think I kind of did this about November time. So I used the Tilly and the Buttons Billy pattern to cut the sleeves, and then I don't think I've even shown you this yet. I did take it into Sawtoon because I was making it at one Sawtoon. So what I did was I've put a tuck, like made a inverted pleat, is that the right name for it, or pleat, I don't know, in the top of the sleeve. And then I've made a cuff here, and around the cuff I've put some pleats on, so it sort of matches what's on the bottom of the jacket. I've got a lovely little Rosy Cheeks label on there, and this is a pink wool mix that I bought from Rainbow Fabrics like maybe a year and 3 months or so ago. I'll slip it on, I will take some photos afterwards. Now I'm at a point where I need to decide what I'm doing with it, because in reality I've made it cropped. It's a cropped jacket, I'm never going to fasten it, but I don't know whether I want to finish it off with some buttons on, put buttonholes in, just put buttons on, not put anything on. So I'll stand up a bit so you can sort of see it. There you are. It's possibly a little too big here, but I'm not bothered. I'd just sort of wear it a bit like this. I'm tempted just to sort of leave it as is and just sort of sling it on over all sorts of different things. I have got these vintage buttons which I love. They're quite big, as you can see, so they're probably 2 centimetres. I don't know which would be the right size. I've had this debate. So originally I was going to put these on and do the buttonhole. I'm perfectly capable of doing the buttonholes. It's just whether I want to put them on or not. So it's whether this would finish it off more. Possibly, as I'm looking at it, I'm thinking yes, or not. And that's my decision. Jude, my friend from Sawtoon, said, well, why don't you put the buttons on and then put poppers on the other side, which I could easily do. So you just open and close the poppers like press studs. But if I'm putting them on, I don't think I'm going to do the press studs. I think I've deliberated about this bit of it for that long. I just want to get it finished so I'm actually wearing it over things. Because it'd be a nice little jacket just to pull on, probably moving maybe into springtime, I guess, I don't know. I'll just chuck on if I'm jumping in the car. So I do think the button sort of finishes it off a little bit. What do you think? Now I'm seeing it, I'm kind of thinking it through. So I think I might put the buttons on. I might just do the buttonholes. I don't know if I've got any other fabric to do a little scrappy dappy how do the buttonholes go though, that's the only thing. Or do I just put the buttons on so it looks like it's got them, just so it looks a little bit more finished? Comments in the boxes down below please, guys. I will take a little picture of it so you can sort of see more of the effect as well. And I'd really value your opinion and thoughts on that, because that's it. That's as far as I've got. As I say, it has been Christmas. I mean, even Father Christmas stopped sewing over Christmas, although I'm sure Mrs. Christmas is probably very busy in the sewing room. But, you know. So, I'm going to sign off for today. It is nice to be back for Friday Sews. Really looking forward to getting back into that routine and that habit. I did put a vlog out a couple of days ago on my other channel, which is Dotty Lifestyle. I'll put a link in that. So basically when I did Vlogmas, I just shared pictures in the end of all the different beauty things I got in my advent calendar, because I didn't want to do your head in with it, I'll be honest. Because some days if I was sharing 2 or 3 things at a time, I felt like it was a bit too much. But if you're interested in what I did get in all of that stash, I've popped a vlog out on my other channel talking about that, so you can check that out. I'll put a link in the description box, because honestly that was one of the best things that I've done. For what I spend £73 on one advent calendar and £99 on the other, and I've got about £900 worth of just stuff that I'm going to be using over the rest of the year. So I'm going to spend way less as the year goes on what I need. So yeah, if you're interested, check that out, and if you're not, well, it doesn't matter. So let me know if you've been sewn, if you've been up to anything, or otherwise just let me know how you are as normal. Drop it in the chat. And if you're new to my channel, I'm Alison, you've been watching Sew Like Dotty, and I would love it if you would give me a little subscription, thumbs up, all of that means the world to me. And I do want to say thank you to a couple of more people who have bought me a Ko-fi in my Ko-fi account. Find my phone. Where's my phone? So I don't think I've thanked you already. I am so mixed up with it, and I do try to say thank you. So I do just want to say a thank you to a couple of people who've bought me a coffee in my Ko-fi account. I don't think I've said this to you already, so I don't want to miss you out. So thank you to Amanda and to Julie. You guys know who you are. Thank you so much for your generosity. It is much appreciated. And yeah, so guys, have a lovely sewing week. Check in on Sunday to see what I've got for my sewing plans in January, and then check back next Friday to see how I'm getting on. And have a lovely weekend and New Year, and I'll be back with you very soon.